How we doing? My name's Sean Pott. I served with Shane and Kat, and I just realized about 5 minutes ago that I was going to come up here and speak, and so I had nothing really prepared. And it's just strange how things happen. I did my 4 years, got out of the Marine Corps, and I was a tanker. I was on tanks. And then I watched Shane and most of all the Marines in the back during the invasion. I watched it on TV, and just something kept eating at me, and I looking at my wife, it's just like, I gotta go, I'm not done. So I get to 2-1, and it's a completely new MOS for me. I was a tanker, now I'm a grunt. These guys are combat veterans, and I'm the sergeant, and I don't know what they know. And Shane took me under his wing, and that's what he did to everybody. He really didn't care who you were, where you came from. He took you under his wing. He was a role model. He was a role model for that whole platoon. He taught all the Marines how to be a Marine, how to be a leader. He taught them how to be a husband, a father, and he taught them how to be a Christian. And there's no doubt that I heard the first story about him just going down, knocking on doors, and bringing Marines to church. So 6 minutes ago now, like, hey, you're talking. Great. So I sat there and I started asking myself, what do I say? What do I say? What do I say? And it came to, like, what would Shane say? What would he want me to say? I think he'd want me to share just 4 truths with you. 1, death is real. Death is real. That's why we're here today. But when we accept it, that's when the healing can begin. Death to us means glory to somebody who believes in Christ. Second truth is heaven is real. It's a real place. It was a prepared place for us. And it's a perfect place. It's home with the Father, where Shane's at right now. And salvation is real. Christ is the only way to heaven. He tells us that. And faith is the only way to be saved. And that Christ, his coming is real. It means resurrection. It means reunion. And it means comfort today. I just want everybody here, as we mourn, to also be comforted. Comforted knowing that Shane's in a prepared place, that he is with the Father, and he's been reunited. And a lot of us can understand because we have our own demons. We fought them. For me, I turned it all over to God. That's what helped me. That's why I'm still here today. So, all my brothers in the back, it's real. It's true. I'm telling you, I'm not going to do an invitation right here, but you guys come talk to me and I will share the gospel with you. And this morning, I was at Waffle House, and I was just eating my breakfast, having a coffee, and you get the little chime on your phone, and it was the verse of the day. And I just want to read it to you. It's John 14:27. It says, I'm leaving you with a gift, peace of mind and heart. And the peace I give is a gift the world cannot give. So don't be troubled or afraid. I was floored when I read that. I had to take a screenshot, send it to my wife. And it was just perfect, and it was fitting for today. So as we leave here today, let us not be troubled, and let us not be afraid. And let us know that Shane is in a better place, and he is just waiting for all of us to go join him. Thank you.
So my name's Adam Crum. I had the fortune of I was serving with, as I knew him, Sergeant Kirksey. I got to Iraq in June of 2004, and that's where I got to meet Sergeant Kirksey and all the other Marines that I got to reacquaint myself with walking in the doors today. Anyways, when I got to Fallujah, one of the first Marines I met was Sergeant Kirksey, and you could tell everybody looked up to him. Yeah, he wasn't the highest rank in our platoon, but he was still the one everybody went to solve everything. A few weeks later, got to experience my first firefight, and I got shot in the jaw. It went in my chin and it came out my neck. And anyways, Sergeant Kirksey was to my right, and he was the first person to look me in the face after I got wounded in the face. And he started trying to look at my medical kit to find gauze to start treating my wounds, and there wasn't any because I went as a replacement and was pretty ill-equipped. He started pulling gauze out of his own IFAC, the supplies that were there for him to be treated himself if he was wounded. He pulled out of his own bag to treat me. I'm not a person of faith. I'm not a person of religion. But in those moments, I got to see God in Sergeant Kirksey's eyes. He was the embodiment of God. He was a comforter. That was the hardest hit I've ever taken in my life. And he was there to comfort me and tell me everything was going to be okay. So when you see God in somebody's face like that, and you know that he's not here anymore, it's kind of like God died. But he's not. The most beautiful thing is to look and see the pictures of his daughters and know that his face is still there and that his eyes are still there and he's still there. Maybe not in body anymore, but he is still there. The last message that he left for us, the Marines, was to pray for his daughters. And I'm not one for prayers, but I know I certainly, and I'm pretty sure I speak for the other Marines here, anything his daughters need, his God needs, I want to be there and help with. Thank you, Shane. Thank you, Sergeant Kirksey. Thanks for telling me it was going to be okay. And I think the message from him to everybody here is it's going to be okay. It's a dark day, but it's going to get better. So, thanks, man. Thanks.